Amidst the hustle and bustle of the Grand Blue Pearl Hotel, Susan, an honest maid, finds a wallet containing a large sum of money. Without hesitation, she hands it to her manager, expecting to be thanked for her honesty. But instead of a thank you, she is fired. The decision is so shocking that the hotel owner decides to check the security footage, and what she sees is unbelievable. Hello everyone, welcome to Stories to Heal. Today I am happy to share a new story with you. Don't forget to subscribe and watch to the end. In the heart of glittering New York City, there is a luxury hotel called the Blue Pearl Hotel. This hotel is known for its luxury, world-class service and unparalleled reputation in the hospitality industry. Every year, this hotel is the first choice for high-class guests, famous businessmen, and celebrities to stay and hold various prestigious events. But behind all the luxury, an unexpected event occurred. A story of honesty that almost ended in disaster for a housekeeper named Susan. Susan has been working at the Blue Pearl Hotel for over 2 years. In that time, she has proven to be a very dedicated employee. Her coworkers know her as someone who is not only hardworking, but also meticulous in her duties. She always makes sure that each room she cleans is in perfect condition before the next guest arrives. For Susan, cleanliness and guest comfort are top priorities, so she always tries to do her best at her job. The holiday season is the busiest time at the Blue Pearl Hotel. As Christmas approaches, the number of guests increases drastically and various exclusive parties are held almost every night. The night before, the hotel is full of guests celebrating. The next morning, almost all the rooms are a mess. As a cleaner, Susan has to work extra hard to make sure all the rooms are clean and ready for use. That morning, she began her work as usual with great care and patience. One by one, the rooms she is responsible for are thoroughly cleaned. Soiled sheets are replaced with fresh ones. The floor is mopped until it shines, and the furniture is rearranged so that it looks neat. More than a few guests leave trash everywhere, sometimes even food and drink stains that are difficult to clean up. But Susan never complains. She always performs her duties with full responsibility. When she arrived at the last suite to be cleaned that day, she immediately noticed that the condition of this room was much messier than the previous rooms. Drink bottles were scattered on the table and floor, alcohol stains were clearly visible on the sheets and carpet, and the bathroom was still open with water running continuously from the faucet. This sight made her take a deep breath before getting to work. Cleverly, she turned off the running water first, so as not to waste resources. After that, she began to clean every corner of the room, even though the condition of the room was quite tiring. She collected the dirty sheets into a pile, while the scattered trash was put into a bag. She didn't want to leave a single corner of the room that was still dirty. When she lifted the pile of sheets that she had collected from the sofa, suddenly something fell from the folds of the cloth. Susan was shocked and immediately looked at the floor. A black leather wallet was lying there, looking striking among the white sheets that she was about to take. Curious, she bent down to pick up the wallet. Its weight was quite noticeable in her hand. Slowly, she opened the wallet to see if there was any owner's identity. However, she was shocked when she saw that the wallet contained a huge amount of cash. Her heart immediately started beating fast. She had never seen this much money in person. For a moment, her mind was filled with various possibilities. With this much money, her life could change in an instant. She could pay off many needs, save, or even start something new. However, her conscience quickly spoke. Susan was not someone who would take something that did not belong to her. Without thinking, she closed the wallet again and decided to immediately hand it over to her manager. Even though the opportunity to have that much money was right before her eyes, she knew that honesty was something much more valuable. With quick steps, Susan walked to the office of her manager, Adam, who was known as a strict boss who never smiled at his employees. Adam was a man with an authoritarian attitude and had no tolerance for the slightest mistake. When Susan handed him the wallet, explaining that she had found it while cleaning the suite, Adam's expression immediately changed. Instead of thanking her, Adam looked at her suspiciously. His face turned red and his voice rose. "Don't act innocent, Susan. You must have intended to steal that wallet. But when you realized I was in the office, you changed your mind and returned it." Adam snapped accusingly. Susan was shocked. She tried to explain that she hadn't intended to steal it, but Adam didn't give her a chance to speak. "You've been working here for 2 years, but you're just like the rest of them. I don't need dishonest employees. Take your things and get out. You're fired." These words pierced Susan's heart. She stood frozen, unable to believe that her good intentions had actually resulted in her being fired. With tears in her eyes and a broken heart, Susan left Adam's office without saying a word. She left the hotel with mixed feelings: sadness, injustice, and the loss of her family's only source of income. Word of Susan's firing soon spread among the hotel staff. Many of her coworkers were angry and could not believe that someone as honest as Susan could be fired for such an unfair reason. This news eventually reached Mr. Pfizer, the owner of the Blue Pearl Hotel. Mr. Pfizer was a man of modest means who had built his business empire from the ground up. Unlike Adam, he was known as someone who valued the hard work and integrity of his employees. When he heard Susan's story, he knew something was wrong. He immediately asked for the security footage from the suite hallway where Susan found the wallet. When Mr. Pfizer watched the footage, everything became clear. In the video, Susan found the wallet, looked at it for a while, and then immediately walked toward Adam's office without hesitation. There was no suspicious movement to indicate that she intended to steal. Angry at Adam's rash decision, Mr. Pfizer immediately called him into the office and showed him the footage. Adam's face turned pale. He never imagined that his decision would tarnish the hotel's reputation and nearly ruin the life of an honest employee. Mr. Pfizer glared at Adam. "You've made a big mistake. I want you to call Susan right now, apologize, and offer her back. If you don't, I will take further action." With no choice, Adam immediately called Susan and asked her to return to the hotel. When Susan returned to the hotel, she met the owner of the wallet, who had also come to pick it up. The owner of the wallet was very grateful and thanked Susan for her honesty. As a token of his gratitude, he gave Susan a large sum of money. Not only that, but Mr. Pfizer announced that Susan would be the best employee of the month and even the best employee of the year. In addition to the various benefits that came with the award, she was also promoted to supervisor, where all the housekeepers were now under her supervision. Meanwhile, Adam could not escape the consequences. To learn from his rash decision, he was demoted to a lower position, a reminder that leadership is not only about decisiveness, but also about wisdom. After the incident, Susan continued to work at the Blue Pearl Hotel, where she dedicated herself for many years. Her tenacity and dedication made her a respected figure and a role model for many of her colleagues. She became a symbol of honesty and relentless hard work. Her life story teaches that while honesty can sometimes be difficult to practice, especially in a world that is often filled with injustice, honesty will always bring unexpected blessings in the end. Honesty may not always produce immediate or visible results, but for those who persevere, honesty is a long-term investment that is invaluable in life. Susan's story is real proof that every good deed done sincerely and wholeheartedly will surely bear sweet fruit and bring a reward far greater than we ever imagined. Like this story? Click like to subscribe to other stories and share your thoughts in the comment section.